What's going on, everyone? Rachel back here to tell you the rest of what's going on in Hollywood. Now, to continue on with the whole, celebrity feuds, Katie Holmes and Mr. Tom Cruise are having a little bit of bumps in their relationship right now. In case you don't know, Katie is filming a new film out in Australia, and the whole family came along. She's been working long days, coming home late, and instead of just basically unwinding and, tending to the children and her husband, she just wants to chill out, watch some TV, and Mr. Cruise is getting very upset about this, saying, listen, we have a kid, you have to be playing with her, you have to be taking her out on walks like she's some sort of dog or something. I don't know, just don't come home and relax because your job is not over when you come home. Now Katie's getting upset about this whole thing just because she's obviously working, having long days, and Tom just needs to lay off a little bit. Stop being so uptight. The little girl, Suri, she can just do what she wants to. She's a little girl. Let her explore on her own. Let her grow up instead of constantly being watched over. I don't know. Also, Tom Cruise was getting pretty upset because they recently had a photo shoot where Katie appeared taller than him. Maybe because she is taller. If you're going to complain about that now, maybe you should have done that before you got married and, whatnot. Maybe you should just start wearing your little wedge shoes again because she can't get shorter, but you can get taller. I don't know. You guys need to stop all of this bickering, maybe work things out. Maybe not. Get a divorce. I don't know if that's against Scientology or whatnot, but who knows what's going to happen with that. Also in celebrity couples, or threesomes I guess we can say, in case you haven't heard, Bradley Cooper, hot man from The Hangover and all those other movies, he is now dating Renee Zellweger. Now, in case you've been keeping up with him, he was dating like a couple weeks ago Jennifer Aniston, and that's over with. Apparently, Miss Aniston and him are done because, well, he started seeing Renee as he was still kind of seeing Jennifer Aniston. Now, Jennifer goes on to say, what does he see in her that that I don't basically have? She's kind of like, cutting Miss Renee Zellweger down. And he fires back saying, she's a very down-to-earth girl. She doesn't care about everything that's going on in Hollywood. She wants to live her own life, stay out of the media so much, and I can actually laugh with her. Now, in case you want to go back to Miss Aniston's track record of who she dated, let's see. There was good-looking man, Brad Pitt. He's taken now, that whole story. John Mayer, huge name in, the music industry. I don't think he's good-looking, but some chicks go crazy over him. Things didn't work out well there. She went out with funny man Vince Vaughn. Who else? I don't know. Now Bradley Cooper. Apparently that didn't last too long. So she seems to be going out with, like, some good-looking guys. Maybe she should just, quit being so vain and go out with somebody who's going to like you for you. And maybe you should just settle down and actually like somebody for who they are as opposed to looks. Seems to be working out with Bradley and Renee Zellweger. So maybe, Jen, you can learn from that and, be happy for yourself for once instead of constantly trying to break up and make up or whatnot. So good luck with finding a new man if anyone will take you because you're so full of yourself. Anyways, moving on from that whole thing, in case you haven't heard, Snoop Dogg was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire this past week. That's right, he won $50,000 and actually donated it to his football league that he has in Southern California. Now, good for him, he has that money, he's obviously putting it to good use. But the thing is, yes, he has this football league, but is he necessarily doing the right things with this football league? For example, this past week, he had a scrimmage with another team from Southern California, and both teams were doing very well. They were tied in the fourth, the game is almost over, when all of a sudden his team pulls ahead just a little bit. So of course he goes crazy, basically throws up a gang blood sign, which, in case you don't know, he was formerly with back in the day, throws up this sign and says something. I'm not sure what he said, but he did say something that some of the people that were watching, some of the little boys' parents who were former Crip members actually saw this and got very flustered by. So they, of course, all rushed onto the field. Fight was about to break out, but Snoop's bodyguards did step in and said, let's settle everything. We have kids. We want to try not to make this whole situation blow up. So I don't know, hopefully Snoop, if you are trying to be a good influence on these kids, you can leave this whole gang thing out of the way. They don't need to be learning about that at such a young age, so I don't know. Thank you for at least donating that $50,000 because it will help the little kids grow and develop and hopefully become good football players. It's a great thing what you're doing, but also watch what you're doing. And in the final story that I have today, Miss Tyra Banks is going to be starting her 5th season on September 8th of her show, The Tyra Banks Show. And let's see, what is she trying to do now? She's trying to, I don't know, be beautiful, of course, be full-headed of herself. And the way she's going to do that is by stripping her weave. That's right. She's basically trying to have this whole campaign to say, you're beautiful the way you are, so watch. I'm going to shed all of my hair and go out on camera, be myself, and you guys should do the same. It's funny that she's kind of promoting this whole thing because this past week she was caught in New York without her wig, but even though she didn't have her wig on, she was still covering up her head, trying not to show her ugly side, I guess. Still wearing her body slimmers. Tyra, first off, if you're going to set a good example, maybe you should actually do it off the camera as well. You know, just be real too. Don't just promote it in your show. So, I don't know, Tyra. Hopefully you can learn from that as well. Stop being so full of yourself. You're a beautiful woman without your hair, without your body slimmers, and I know that you're trying to promote that to the rest of the world. Hopefully people will get that from your show. But stay tuned September 8th in case you want to catch Tyra in her new season without her hair. So yeah, that should be interesting. I don't know what she's going to look like, but it might be a little preview of Halloween if you ask me. Anyways, that's all I have for you this week on, you know, celebrity gossip and whatnot. So stay here, tuned next week at www.frontlinetvnetwork.com to see me, Rachel, here with all of your celebrity gossip and everything. Check out the website. You'll love it. See you next week.